Hello and welcome to Mepsology. This is Nirvana Lange and Claire Chambers, and we are here today to chat a little bit about our wonderful new channel for MEPS. Good morning, Claire. How are you doing?
Oh, good morning, Nirvana. Yeah, I'm doing really well, thanks. Just excited to introduce the channel.
Absolutely. Yeah, same here. And, this is our first little recording together, and we are so excited to introduce MEPS. Can you tell us what MEPS stands for?
Okay, so MEPS is the four bodies. It represents the mental body, the emotional body, the physical and the spiritual body. And it's basically that we work with each other to put those bodies into sort of synchronicity, really, because what can happen is if one of them is out of sync, then the whole person kind of gets out of alignment. So that's it in a nutshell, really, Nirvana.
Yes, I just wanted to clear that up before we get into a little bit about ourselves. Who is Claire Chambers? What are the things that sort of journeyed into your life, the stepping stones, those events? I always say, that brings us to this point where we say this is really what we want to do and how we want to support and help people. So why don't you share your story first, and then we can go on to some of the events in my life.
Yeah, sure. Okay. So basically, in my childhood years and growing up, I felt very sort of neglected and abandoned. And I was always thinking, I was always having to sort of do things for myself on my own. I realized I was quite an intuitive, highly conscious child, great avid reader, and very sort of able to sit with my own energy. And as I watched the adults around me, I kind of it just made me question things, and I thought this is just so chaotic. It's just not the way that we should be feeling as human beings. And that sort of led me then to go down the sort of psychic route of reading tarot cards, and by 13 I was reading all my school friends' tarot cards, and the school psychic basically. And then I went on to develop my counselling and psychotherapy skills, my hypnotherapy skills, and worked in a lot with those for a very long time, and then just still felt that I needed to add another dimension, into this whole kind of psychodynamic sort of model, if you like. And I really then began on my spiritual journey, and that's where my life completely changed. I had a couple of fantastic visions from Archangel Michael, and I just felt this amazing energy. And from those days on, which is probably about last 10 years, I've been on this real sort of Christed light spiritual journey where I've been really entering into my flame, and then working with people to to kind of teach them the same thing, really. Well, not teach them even, but show them the way, be a bit of a trailblazer. So that's me, really, Nirvana.
And then just quickly, just to wrap that up, how did it bring you to MAPS? So what was that sort of aha thing that said this is MAPS is what we want to bring forth to people that needs help?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely, I hear the question. I mean, MEPS, as I said, is the mental, emotional, physical, spiritual bodies. And if when you work, you can work with any of them. You can do therapy, and you can have a CBT, for example, is a great therapy for that. You can have the sort of more somatic therapies, which just focus on the emotional body. You can have the physical therapies, which is all about nutrition, and then the spiritual, again, which is meditating, and like I say, finding your flame. So, but amazing when you think about collating all of those bodies together, how powerful is that? And so it really kind of moves your internal compass forward. You can get the arrow saying, well, this body's a bit out of balance, or that's a bit out of balance. And I found that by working with the four bodies, we really have a powerful approach to helping people.
Absolutely. And the way that you and I connected through circles, and understanding how important these gatherings are, and circle healing, because it is so important for people to hear, the stories and the challenges of others. And I think that is what you and I, have so much in common, is to bring people together, and to really show that we're not alone in our journey of healing and challenge. So what I want to do before we carry on with MAPS is I'm going to quickly do a little share about my journey.
Lovely. Yeah,
Yeah.
go ahead, Nirvana. That can't wait to hear it.
All right. So, I was like sitting thinking, okay, what would be the sort of important bits and pieces to take out of my nearly 54 years? I'll be 54 this year, of real healing and challenging and challenges that I've experienced on this plane during this life. And I think, for me, coming from an abused childhood, so severe child abuse, physical, emotional, sexual, mental. I mean, there's just add to the list of trauma and abuse. And I think when I left home at the age of 18, it was a mission for me to fix myself. And I always believed that I was broken, that I was messed up, that I was damaged goods. And so I needed to fix myself. And so I went through the journeys of learning, about child abuse, about how to heal that. And at around about 2000, I had more or less the same experience as you, to go onto my spiritual journey, and go on another level. So I did the counseling, and I did the therapist, and I did all of those types of things. But there was something beyond that we need to understand about the soul's agreement, and about why we are experiencing certain things. And I can speak now, but when I started in 2000, I was like a sponge. I really wanted to learn everything. And then I started going to this mystery school. And that's where I first learned about the four bodies, and learning how to balance the four bodies, and the importance of, I could be very much in my head, a lot in my head. And sometimes I neglect my physical body, like I would take a whole day by not eating. So this is what we are meaning by, you know sort of seeing what are we neglecting, what are we taking care of. And I do want to give one of the teachers, really important teacher that I had on my journey when I started, was Natalia Baker. And she wrote the meditation for the four bodies, which we will share with you, on our journey with you, and to how to balance the four bodies, and sort of isolate each of these bodies, and have a specific topic or conversation, or subject around each individual topic. So I don't know if I actually answered my own question, but
No, I mean, the thing is, there's so much to say on this topic. There's so much, we could talk all day about it. And that's the most amazing thing about this. It's a never ending thing. So yes, it's very easy to be saying lots and lots and lots, and and can't wait to share it all with everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. And so with maps, which we love, it's like the maps to your own healing, right? A little play on maps on wording is like, really, we want to provide a sort of map for people to go onto a journey, to discover how to heal the four bodies: mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual, which is what the acronym MAPS is for. And so, can you kind of tell us a little bit more, or share with the people who's going to watch this, how are we planning to kind of bring people into sharing these challenges, and finding maybe a little bit of counseling for themselves? Would you like to share a little bit more about that?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I think, from what we were saying, that we we were going to have, say, a talk, different talks about different bodies. You know, one week we may share and discuss more of the mental body, and how you can actually address if you feel that your mental body, or maybe you're not sure your mental body is out of balance, you know. And this is the thing, we want to give you the information so that you can go away and think, yeah, that resonates with me, you know, I can feel into that. Because like you say, I went on the same journey as you did, and I had to discover all these things by various different therapies and wonderful therapists that helped me on my way. And so, you know, the following week we may discuss more about the emotional body and so on. And I think it's going to really help people to understand what they need to look for, because at first, if you don't know what you're looking for, if you don't understand how these things work, you know, you can't start to heal it. So I think here we're going to give people information. We're going to invite people to join a healing circle. We're going to discuss about, you know, if you wanted to have some counseling with us. So there's many things, and I think as you tune forward into the channel, we're going to share more and more as we kind of go on. So that's how I'm seeing it.
Absolutely, and it's a Mepsology, so like psychology, Mepsology. That's kind of what we are referring to in that counseling, and also maybe doing a few workshops where people can, you know, want to join it, like have a Zoom workshop, and people can come and join us on that, and follow us on Facebook at MEPS or at Mepsology. And our YouTube channel is also Mepsology, where they can find us, and we'll share all of the links at the below, you know, in the chat for people to click on, and then they can contact us. And if, you know, they want to be part of any of our Zoom gatherings or workshops or counseling sessions, we'll also have Q&As, right? We'll have some
oh, absolutely, yeah. And guests, you know, we're going to invite different people on to speak about different areas that they may have some expertise in. So it's all going to be very exciting. Absolutely.
Fantastic. Is there any last minute things that you would like to mention that I might have forgotten?
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to say to people that are watching this, that if you feel that you've got something to say back to us, you know, please leave your questions or story or anything that you may be feeling, you know, in below in this video, this channel, because, you know, we can get back to you, we can talk to you. You know, this is what we're here for.
Absolutely. And I mean, also, we'd love to have some feedback as well. Like what would you also like to talk about, or what is there specific area that you would like to hear more about? So, you know, this is something that we are doing together. This is not just me and Claire sitting here, you know, pretending to be the know-it-alls. We definitely want to grow and develop and on this healing journey with each one of you that are, you know, are watching and going on this journey with us.
Absolutely. And, you know, we have got a lot, we've had a lot of training. We have a lot of qualifications between the two of us as well. But we are focusing on the Mepsology. You know, this is our way of working. So yeah, as Nirvana said, if you want to give us any feedback or have any conversation with us, then just lean in, and we're happy to talk to you.
Absolutely. And just then to repeat, you can find us on Facebook at MEPS, at MEPS, or Mepsology, MEPSOLOGY. And we are also, that's also our YouTube channel. Please do like, press that little bell so that you can get notifications of each of our, especially when we do our meditations and share these wonderful knowledge from two what do we call ourselves, like wisdom, you know, wisdom mothers, you know, like I would like this wisdom mothers. I mean, those are the important things, is the wisdom and the knowledge and the journey and the stumble blocks that we went through. So we have you know, we have that University of Knox, what do they call it, that you know, we can certainly share. Great. Anything you want to end off with?
yeah, just thank everybody for coming and taking the time to listen to us. And yeah, watch out for all the lovely goodies that are coming up. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you, Claire. And please share. People that you think can gain benefit out of this, please share and help us grow together with you. And that's it from Mepsology, from Claire and Nirvana. And we look forward to sharing our next video with you.
Bye, everyone. Bye.